Hello, beautiful souls. So I just wanted to make a video today kind of reflecting on these past 9 months that I've been pregnant with my first child. And yeah, I just wanted to make this video kind of for myself, just as a little kind of memoir of this period of my life, this new experience, this very beautiful, very challenging experience. I just feel inspired to share what it's been like in an honest way. There's been a lot of hard times for sure, and there has also been a lot of growth and healing. And I think that pregnancy is just, it's such a magical thing, and it's just literally blown my mind. Like, I just always knew it was very like miraculous, but now actually experiencing it, it's made me realize like just how insane life is. How is it even possible that there is a being growing within me right now? Alright, so I guess I will just jump right into it and start at the very beginning. So yeah, back in October would be when Era was conceived. I don't want to go too into detail about that story at this time, but I would say that it was a conscious conception and we knew what we were getting ourselves into somewhat. Yeah, so at the beginning of November I was noticing some weird symptoms, and so I took a pregnancy test with a friend and it was negative. So I was like, okay, well, guess I'm not pregnant. I just kind of figured maybe my hormones were a little off or something like that. And so I just kind of continued on, you know. I didn't get my period. I was like, okay, well, this is kind of weird, but whatever. I'm not pregnant according to this test. Just kind of was like, okay, whatever, roll with it. And then a few weeks went by. The symptoms I was having continued. So I had like really sore breasts, and I started to feel like kind of nauseous. I started to like lose my appetite a bit, and I was just feeling like different. Like something was just definitely different in my body. And Jared, my partner, he was like, are you pregnant? Like, I think you might be pregnant. And I was like, no, like I already checked, I'm not pregnant. It's funny because like if I wouldn't have taken that test and just like listen to the signs, I would be like, yeah, I'm definitely pregnant. But I second guessed my intuition and listened to a little pea stick rather than my own judgment. Anyways, just an interesting thing to note, that your body will tell you. You just have to listen. And so anyways, I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. I was just trusting the pregnancy test. And then yeah, we just kind of like we're just talking about it and stuff that night, and I don't know, it just kind of was like clicking in a little bit more. It was like, okay, like maybe I am pregnant, like maybe that test was wrong. Yeah, we couldn't fall asleep that night just because we were like thinking about it so much. And then at like 3 a.m. we decided, we were like, all right, let's go to 7-Eleven, get another test, take a test, see what's up. So we did that. We went to 7-Eleven at 3 a.m. got the little test, which they're really cheap at 7-Eleven, by the way. Yeah, and then we did it and it was positive, and I was just shocked. I was not expecting it to be positive at all. Jared was, he was like, I think you're pregnant. He just kind of knew, and I was just like, oh my god, like this is just insane. Like I was just like, what, this is crazy. But like we were both really excited and really happy. And yeah, so that was a pretty pivotal moment. And then yeah, right from the very beginning I did have like nausea, just like my appetite was kind of weird. I wasn't craving certain foods, and I like had more aversions, I would say, than cravings. Like I just was like pretty repulsed by a lot of different foods, and that happened throughout the first trimester. It was just like not really feeling a lot of things. I was eating a lot of like plain bland foods, just like rice, potatoes, fruits, some vegetables were like disgusting. I remember broccoli the cauliflower just being like really gross. I was really craving salty things. I was really into like sauerkraut, pickles of course, that's a common one. Yeah, I did throw up a few times in the first trimester. I was super tired, which is very common. I basically had like the common first trimester symptoms. Wasn't like super horrible. I know some women get like really bad morning sickness and all that, but mine wasn't too bad. But some days like the nausea would last like throughout the day, and I'd be at work and I'd just be like, this is torture. And then a lot of nights I was having trouble sleeping, and then I'd have to go to work the next day, and so like that would also be really hard. And that was something I really struggled with throughout the pregnancy. But something that made things very challenging was that Jared was leaving to go to Ontario for an unknown amount of time for some family stuff. He was planning to leave at the end of November, so not very long at all after we found out that I was pregnant, because I think we found out probably like mid-November. And so that was very challenging. He was gone for like 2.5 months, and it was winter, so my mood is like not as stable in the winter. Yeah, the sun is like so essential for me to feel happy. And yeah, my body was just going through all these hormonal changes, and I was just so tired all the time, and I just had no energy for anything, and I still had to go to work, which was just feeling like more and more out of alignment and just like not what I wanted to be doing at all. Literally just wanted to be like resting all day because I was so freaking tired. It was a very emotional time for me. I had not cried that much in a long time, but I've had a lot of like emotions come up that I feel were buried for a long time, and I really want, especially now more than ever that I'm pregnant, I've wanted to really heal and get to the root cause of those emotions. I just don't want to pass on those traumas and wounds to my child. Obviously, I can't be perfect, but I was just more motivated than ever now to do the emotional healing work, because I knew that it wasn't only impacting me, it was also impacting the child and would impact them in the beginning of their life. So tons of emotions coming up. I did not manage them the best in that difficult time in the winter. It was honestly like a pretty low point for me. I was working full time and yeah, not feeling so great, just feeling super exhausted, not sleeping that great. So I would pretty much go to work and then come home and just eat something like super simple, and then just like read or like just watch YouTube videos. Like I wasn't really doing a lot of things that brought me joy. I was kind of just like checking out or like numbing out or just like trying to get through the day. And that's kind of hard for me to admit. But that is something that I think a lot of us struggle with, is that like, you know, we feel unhappy or unsatisfied with our lives in some way, and it's just so much easier to like distract or like avoid or just like kind of check out or seek these like instant pleasures, that kind of thing. So yeah, I was definitely kind of caught up in that for a while. Granted, I was watching like a ton of videos and stuff about like birth. I was watching a lot of birth videos and like learning a lot about that, but it was still like, yeah, not a very aligned time for me. It went in waves for sure. Like there was definitely times where I was feeling like more inspired to like make music, that kind of thing. I did write a couple songs. Anyways, so eventually Jared came back, which was like such a blessing. So grateful to, yeah, it was just so great to have his support again and really like kind of turned things around and gave me something to look forward to, because then we were looking for a place together, or we were potentially going to get a van, which is something that is probably still going to happen down the road, something we really want to do. It was just like kind of an exciting time for us, like getting our own place, getting settled, getting ready for Era to come earthside and join us. That month was interesting because we were kind of like going back and forth between like, do we want to get a van or do we want to get a place? Like what really is the best option right now? And then it was like nearing the end of the month. I already had someone like who was gonna come and rent my room, so like we needed to move out, and we still had not like found anything or decided really what we wanted. And then I think it was like 2 or 3 days until the end of the month, we're like, okay, let's just find a place. We gotta like figure something out. We're not finding a van, don't want to rush into that, so we were just like, let's just find a place. We kind of like knew what we wanted, set the intention like this is what we're gonna find. We looked at a place and we were like, yes, this is the one. And we were just hoping and like, yeah, just like really manifesting it hardcore, like, okay, this is the place for us. And luckily we got accepted and we signed the lease like the day before we moved in, which was, yeah, just super amazing because the place that we live in now is so lovely. Like it's pretty small, but it's just perfect for us because we're pretty minimal and we don't have a lot of stuff and we don't want a big space, especially if we're gonna potentially move into a van. So yeah, really grateful for the place we found. Super beautiful, has like tons of windows and light and a yard, and I have a little garden in the back, and the location is amazing. It's like super quiet and it's just gonna be such a beautiful place to give birth, and I'm so excited for that and just to create this sacred space for that insane event that is coming so soon. And so yeah, that was when things really kind of started to turn around. In the pregnancy, I was feeling better, I would say, in the second trimester. A little bit, like not as much nausea, but I was still like not sleeping great, and having to work, being standing all day began to get like really difficult, and it was just feeling like really just hard to work. And then not long after we moved, the whole coronavirus pandemic thing kind of started happening, and I work at a health food store in the supplements department, and let me tell you, like it was just insane. Like I've never seen anything like this before. It was just insane. Like people were just coming in and just like clearing the shelves. It was just really crazy, kind of stressful time. And then like there was just some other work stuff that was happening that just made it like a little bit of a stressful time. That was the like last thing I really wanted. Like I really prioritize stress-free on a regular basis, and especially throughout the pregnancy, that's been like a huge priority. Eventually I was able to stop working because of the coronavirus. Actually, yeah, it was recommended for me not to work, which is such a blessing, to stop working and just focus on taking care of myself. Since then, like things have been amazing. There was definitely periods of time, kind of like I would say, yeah, since Jared came back, things were improving and I was definitely feeling better emotionally, feeling more balanced, feeling physically better, but there was like some dips for sure. I've had some like pretty intense like emotional breakdowns, I guess, which I haven't experienced in many years, something that I used to experience more frequently for sure. Like I used to have a lot of anxiety attacks and dealt with a lot of just unstable emotions, and I just didn't know how to manage my emotions in a healthy way. And it was kind of scary actually, because a few times I just felt like really out of control. But I'm very grateful that those emotions were coming up, because I've been able to do a lot of work to kind of move through them and become aware of certain traumas and patterns and wounds, and just be able to heal them and integrate them into my life and grow from them. I'm so grateful, honestly, that I've had all those challenges, and then not working anymore has really allowed me to actually like focus and have the energy to actually like heal those emotions and like be with them, sit with them and feel them and receive the messages. from them that they are giving me, and I'm so grateful and so blessed that I've been able to just like get a lot more aligned, and I'm feeling so balanced now and just like so grounded and so ready for this baby, and just like so much more connected to my intuition than I have been like ever. And I just feel, yeah, more consistently connected to that and able to kind of like navigate my emotions, just really like understand the messages that they're giving me and then like take action from there. And that's just been so cool to get really in touch with that. And I'm really excited about that because I feel like that's something I've wanted for so long, and I've felt kind of trapped by the 9 to 5 job and like kind of felt stuck in that cycle and unable to really like listen to my intuition and like process my emotions because of that. Like I've just seen that as like such a distraction. I just kind of knew that eventually there would be a way that I would get out of that, and that I'd be able to actually really tune into my intuition, follow my heart, and just do what is calling me, really. And being a mother is like my strongest calling right now. I just feel so excited and so honored that I've been like chosen for this path, and both Jared and I are just like so excited to be parents, and we just really want to do things in an alternative fashion. And there's so many things that I'm really so excited for, and I just can't wait to meet our little era here. I've been so emotional these past few days, like in such a blissful way, thinking about the love that I have for this being. I just can't even imagine like how it's gonna be once I'm actually like in the presence. Yeah, it's just amazing. I'm so in awe and just like mind blown that this is really happening, and it's such a dream come true. And I feel like it really is, it's just the beginning, and there's so much more to come. Yeah, I'm just really like stepping into my power in so many different ways, and I'm just feeling so aligned with my purpose. And I'm just so happy and excited and just freaking stoked on life, because it's just amazing. Like I'm so blessed and honored. Anyways, that is pretty much, yeah, my pregnancy story. I feel like there is a lot of things that I probably wanted to touch on that I didn't, but I just kind of was like letting it all out however it wanted to come out, and it came out in just the right way. And I am very grateful for you, whoever you are watching this video. Sending you so much love and gratitude. Thank you for being here with me on this journey, and thank you for your support. And I really look forward to making more videos. Like this just feels so good, and yeah, there's so much I want to share, and I'm so excited to share this journey. So thank you so much. Sending you so much love.